Hi, Diane here. This is a test, so I have no idea if this is going to work or not, and it's live, so there will be no outtakes because the outtakes will end up in the video. And yeah, there's a little mess situation happening over there, but if you get the Weekly Diva, you've already seen that mess, so here we are. Spiders from Mars came out this week. I'm very excited, book 4 in Sylvia Stryker's series, and I wanted to talk about something a mindset that Sylvia learns at Space Academy from her training, her military training, that she incorporates in the book. It happens in chapter 20. I'm not giving away any spoilers, but it is, I'm going to read you the little section and then I'm going to talk about it. Of course, I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. This was often the mistake of the enemy, taking on too much, splitting focus between what they want to achieve and who is trying to keep them from achieving it. In training, we spent days practicing focus, days of being bombarded with distractions, competitors, threats, pleas, incentives, wants, and desires. It all boiled down to this. Find the one thing you want more than anything else, the one thing that you can do given your current circumstances, and throw yourself into it 100%. Not 99, 100. Because what most people didn't understand was that it was easier to give 100% of your focus to a task than to give 99. So this is what I wanted to talk about today, because above and beyond Sylvia, this is kind of like one of those big life lessons. If you're like me, you 1,000 times a day, you come up to these things where you're like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this now? Should I do it later? Should I start this new project? Or should I go work on an old project? Or should I spend time working on this current project? Or maybe I can make this current project better. Or maybe it's not ready. Or maybe I should try something else. Or maybe I should call somebody back. Or maybe I should go eat lunch. Or 1,000 things go on during the course of the day, right? So I think it's so easy to get caught in that little loop of, should I do this? Should I do that? And then when we start thinking about it, or sometimes it's like, I should really deal with that pile over there. I should really clean that up. But you've heard me say that before. I haven't cleaned it up. But every time I think it, I'm spending energy. Every time I'm thinking about cleaning it up, I'm splintering off a little bit of my time thinking about the fact that I should do that. If I just did it, it would be done. So this is the 100% rule that Sylvia talks about. And I think, this is the beauty of having an amateur sleuth who is, trained and studied in strategic thinking and problem solving. And she's only half human. So she has part of her brain is very rational and very task oriented and not driven by emotions. So she can sometimes think ways that we mere humans we don't always have that clarity as our default. So I wanted her to have that because that is something that I approach every single day. And I think we all do. I think every time you think, oh, I need to pay that bill today. Well, thinking about that is siphoning off some energy. It's an energy leak is what I've heard it called. Every time you think I need to check my email, or I need to schedule this, or there's a pile of clothes that needs to go to the dry cleaner, or, oh, I can't forget to get milk, or whatever it is. Those things all take us away from having super duper clarity. And when we have super duper clarity, we can live with a lot more ease than we live with this state of conflict that seems to sometimes be our default. So anyway, that is what I wanted to talk about today. That is in chapter 20 of Spiders from Mars. So you have to read that much of the book before you get to that part. But that is the mindset that Sylvia ends up adopting that gets her into chapter 21. I'm not going to tell you what happens though, so you have to read it. So thank you for watching, and this is my experiment. Okay, bye-bye.